Guys, do you ever just feel sometimes that no matter how successful that you actually become, that there's still a massive part inside you that fucking knows that you're only operating at 60%? Every time that you try grow further, you always cap yourself. You always feel brain fog, you feel bloated, you feel fatigued, your energy's off. And you know yourself that the biggest driving factor behind you taking it to the new level, the next level in which you believe to be true, is going to come down to your own personal development as a man. How you operate, how you think, how you feel, how you look, how you perform, your leadership, the status and respect you carry yourself with, you know? But every time you try to lean in to being quote unquote healthier, more high performance, more energized, you're always faced with these new bottlenecks, these new barriers, because it feels like all these ways of doing it don't actually align with you. You're trying to do these crazy 5-day-a-week workouts, even 6-day a week for some people. You're smashing back volumes of meals. There's so much time spent not only in the gym but outside the gym meal prepping. Your sleep's getting compromised. That finite source of energy you have just burns out and drifts more and more and more anytime you think you want to pursue your own physical goals. And that is the biggest issue here, guys. That is the biggest issue. And this happened to me, right? The deeper I've gotten inside my own entrepreneurial journey, building, scaling my coaching business, still trying to stay as high performance as possible, trying to optimize myself, my health, my love, my happiness, my hormones, my finances. Like, there's certain ways I've had to now skin the cat, the proverbial cat. Weird saying, I know, but there's many ways to skin a cat, right? In the current vehicle you're in, trying to eat like a bodybuilder, trying to train like a bodybuilder, but you're trying to be a high performance business owner, it's not really matching up, is it? It's not really matching up. Doesn't feel aligned, doesn't feel authentic. Even though you know certain guys that are maybe having success doing these things, you question yourself when you don't really see it work for yourself. And that's what I kind of fell into the trap of doing. I really felt that I wanted to have the body, I wanted to have the business, I wanted to have the relationship, I wanted to have high performance in every single area, not just taste it in a few. I wanted to be an across the board kind of guy. And as the years developed and the amount of clients I coached increased, and my journey, my values, my mission changed, as it always does, I really had to redirect my energy, my attention, my effort into things that were going to pull the biggest levers for me. They were going to be the most high output but low input approaches, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. So stay with me here, guys, because you're probably wanting to click off because I've not got to the sauce yet. But I got to a stage after, I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and it was probably over the last 2 years I've really leaned into this approach, and one of the core components has been fasting. And not only has fasting allowed me to stay leaner year round, control my appetite, control my energy, become more insulin sensitive, stay a nice lean healthy physique, but it's removed a lot of friction, a lot of pressure and a lot of stress from my life. Because you're literally becoming more successful through a game of subtraction. And a lot of people think, oh, but fasting, I don't know, like I get hungry. It's like, no, you've been trained to be hungry at the times you currently eat because you've been domesticated. You can always change. And the big one for me was inside the TD5, which is like my daily 5 habits, which every single one of my high performance clients run. Fasting is one of the core habits, right? And they always ask me when they come on, it's like, Lewis, I've never done fasting before. Will it work for me? What my goal is this, my goal is that. And it's like, trust me, fasting is going to be one of the keys. It is literally going to be the gateway drug for your next level of growth, because it's going to put you in a space and place where you're literally leveraging dopamine and you're becoming more disciplined. You're going to get your energy in a much more high performance spot, and you can focus all of your time and attention and energy through that first part of the morning, 6 a.m. till 12, on high leverage tasks. without the need to smash down food, without the need to, think about your calories, think about tracking everything. You can literally just show up in the morning, wake up nice and early, around, 5, 6, whatever time you want to get up. You can hydrate, you can caffeinate, you can either go a walk, do some mobility, do some push-ups. You can either go crush your gym session, go a run, whatever it may be. You can do all that in the morning. The thing is, if you're a natural, which I probably understand you are, you're not an enhanced guy, you don't need to be as optimal as you think. Right? You do not need to have the pre-workout meal, the post-workout meal. If your main focus is on strength training, getting stronger, yes, it's, studies show it serves to have some fuel in the tank, but you're not trying to, be Eddie Hall here. You're not trying to bust through some crazy PBs here. You're trying to be a guy that stays lean year round, has incredible energy, that can control his appetite, that can leverage dopamine, that can remove pressure and stress from his plate, and have more time for the things that are going to move him forward. That way you can get stuck into work and just focus on the caffeine, the electrolytes, and you can put yourself in an amazing spot where autophagy is taking place, which is one of the most important factors of fasting. Autophagy is when you're essentially doing a cellular cleanse. You're getting rid of dead cells. Your body can't get rid of dead cells when you're constantly feeding it bacteria, when you're constantly feeding it things like sugars and carbohydrates. So when you can actually run through an autophagy process, your cellular health improves, your blood flow improves. You can mitigate that brain fog, you can mitigate that gastrointestinal stress in which you feel. You can put yourself in a very enlightened, high frequency place. And you're drinking things like sparkling water, electrolytes, black coffee, and the buzz you get off that is absolutely incredible. And I could go into a lot of detail about why we do it, how we do it, the strategy behind it. If you want, I'll actually do what I'll do. Below in the video, there's going to be in the description a little link just for like a WhatsApp message to me. Just say fasting. Just click it. I'll know you've came from this video. And I'm going to shoot over the full fasting strategy, which you can put in place to remove pressure, friction, stress, align you, put you in a really high frequency, high performance mindset every single day, allow you to get leaner 10 times faster. Because guys, I used to really struggle with getting lean. I'd get lean through hard, aggressive dieting, then yo-yo. Whereas now for the last 2 years, I've stayed lean, strong, the same weight, sub 10% body fat, and I'm getting stronger with my 3 lifts per week. So if you want that, literally just, grab a copy of it. You just chat to me directly on this phone right here. We can speak on WhatsApp and I'll get it over to you. I know for a fact this is going to be huge for you, and you might have seen people speak about fasting before, but you probably just look at it as 12 till 8 or 11 till 7, like a 16-hour fast, a classic. I'm not talking about just a classic fast. This is like a high performance fast where you can really manipulate even the meal timing through the day, how you leverage the macronutrients through the day to solidify even higher levels of energy, to remove any of the potential brain fog in which you might be preempting at certain periods of the days, to remove the energy crashes in which you're having. Because you got to think, how many deals are you losing? How many hours of work are you losing when you've got all those issues happening? When you are fatigued, when you're shoveling down a microwave meal because you're trying to hit your protein goal in the office or something, or yourself, you don't have time for breakfast, so you're always just having something quick and not probably the most nutritious, so it's impacting your insulin sensitivity for the rest of the day, and that's what's going to lead to the brain fog and the crashes further down the line. Like, all of this shit that's happening to you right now is self-imposed, but it's not actually through fault of your own. It's just because the system, the vehicle in which you're currently in right now, is not actually serving you. It's not actually providing you with the best results you could be having. Because when you are winning in business, but you could win so much bigger, it is going to come down to your energy. Your energy is your biggest asset. Because if your energy is higher, you're going to make better decisions, you're going to have more confidence, your routines are going to be more dialed in, you're going to be more productive, you're going to want to seek more challenging things, you're just going to literally gain time back. And that's what we're all looking for here. Because imagine I said to you, it's like I can literally get you 10 hours back a week that you can input into your business. You would bite my hand off, wouldn't you? Because an extra, imagine you worked out how much you earn per month, what, every hour is worth to you. Maybe it's 60, 100, 200, 300, 500 pounds, £1,000. Imagine I got you 10 of those hours back. Just by leveraging a fasting strategy that I've been using myself, that I've been using for all my one-to-one VIP and CEO clients. It'd be gangbusters. You'd be absolutely ripping. Your energy would be infectious. It would be through the roof, and you'd feel like you found a cheat code for life. But a lot of guys obviously think they've heard what fasting is before, and they don't really utilize it properly because, quite frankly, it's not the funnest if you're so used to your own ways and you think it's not going to yield the right results. But I'm going to teach you guys in the video in the description exactly how to run through my way of fasting using the TD5 method, so you can align yourself with the highest frequency version of yourself. And I really do believe, guys, this is going to be one of the most impactful strategies and habits you can input into your life today. So as I say, guys, hit the description below. There's going to be a link. Make sure you click on that, and I'll chat to you straight away, and I'll send over the full training. It's what I actually share with my private clients when they come on board. It's like something they get access to in their first 30 days to make sure they're moving forward and actually have the core habit. Over the first 5 days of being in my coaching program, there's 5 habits that slowly get drip fed in, and by day 5, all 5 will be solidified, and that is the TD5, which aligns you with your purpose, your physique, your productivity, and your physical and mental performance. You can't have this without that. So it's about putting you in a really solid position. And I know there's one thing, even if you just have one of the 5 habits, guy, that's going to move you forward at pace, because we all know life's a competition. It's a competitive sport. You don't want to be losing to other guys because they've got the edge on you because their energy's higher. You don't want to be feeling like it takes 4 or 5 hours of the day and 6 coffees later to get your energy nice and high, and you're only really hitting peak velocity for the day around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. You want to be cranking from day one. You want to be cranking from the minute you get out of bed in the morning. And if we can just input this one habit, you're going to see a massive impact and change. So guys, you got to stop waiting around doing the same shit you've always done, expecting for something new to happen. You're either right now, right, a really high performing guy that's literally doing fuck all, or you're a really high performing guy that's kind of doing certain things that's still not seeing results, or you're here, really high performance guy, killing it in business, that knows there's a new level, but they're just missing a couple of levers, that have been tried and tested. If you're in this camp, or any of those camps, this is going to work for you. I know for a fact it's going to work for you. So you can just grab that below in the description. We'll move you forward at pace. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it maybe, gave you a different perspective on things. But I know for a final fact, guys, if this habit is implemented and you take this and you start seeing the change, just imagine, guys, in a couple of weeks' time, when your energy's through the roof, you've got infectious levels of confidence. Your mornings are flowing. You're literally getting leaner and leaner by the day. Your insulin sensitivity is under control. You have no more brain fog, no more gastrointestinal stress, no more bloating. You can leverage your diet through a complete macronutrient rewire, and you find yourself in a really world-class position with how you look, feel, think, and perform. Just imagine how things would change for you. What life would look like, how business would feel, how relationships, how social life would feel. That's what we got to be projecting here. That's the dream outcome. So guys, there is a path, there is a vehicle, there is a way. And how we need to go around that is not essentially through making things harder. It's about making things easier. Because the further you get up the ladder, you just need to know a couple of little raw facts that could change your perspective on things. I know this is going to be one of them. So as I say, grab a copy of the fasting guide. I'll shoot it right over to you in WhatsApp one-to-one. We can chat. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. Much love, my boys. And let's keep hammering.